so I'm gonna get my chords organized so I'm not like tangled up.
Yeah.
I'm looking like a Akira monster of some sort.
I'm sure you know about Serial Experiments Lane.
Wait, which show?
Serial Experiments Lane, L-A-I-N.
I've seen the name around, but I don't think I've ever actually watched the show.
I don't know much about it, but it is about a girl that sits at a computer much of the day, and she just accumulates more and more wires. I think as the show goes on, there are just more and more wires and cables piled around her.
That's interesting as hell. Like,
I can't recall what is actually going on. Other than she's in a room with her computer so much of the time, and she wears a funny hat or something. I seriously cannot remember a single thing that happens in the show.
she wears a funny hat.
I swear to God, if you had to ask me, if someone was like, quick, name a couple things about Serial Experiments Lane, I'd be like, she sits in a room full of wires and she wears a fucking hat.
And it's almost, dude, that's a pretty impressive sounding anime. I kind of want to watch that.
I'm sure cool things happen in it.
Alright, I gotta get myself comfy. I gotta get my. Okay, I've got my cat. I've got my tea. I've got my notes. Sure, I'm ready to go here. Doing it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, sorry. By the way, I don't know. I had a large lunch, I think, and I sat down on the couch with the cat, and then.
Dude, no problem at all. Like, if anything, I was so like you know what, hold on, let me go live and I'll talk about this.
Yeah, sure, yeah, before we start bullshitting.
Yeah, hold on one second. Faye, get off the damn TV. I swear to God. Psst. Cat, you will be the death of me. I swear. Alright. And tally ho. Alright, Jay's hit the lights. We've got sound. And welcome to. I thought that was. Or what I name the stupid segment now? I thought that was weird. I didn't know if I just. There
might have been a second working title.
Oh yes, what was the other one that you had? Didn't you have one?
Was it Stay Weird, perhaps?
Was it the Staying Weird cast? Because that makes me think about like the. Have you ever watched Steven Universe?
Very, very briefly. I've watched like the first episode. Is really what to say.
It's such an excellent show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
People seem to have said that to me.
Oh, it's. I think it's a fan like. So, like I'm not a member of the LGBTQ community, but I see the beauty and the value of this TV show for that community.
Okay.
And it's a fantastically written show, very sweetly written, very like delving into like eventually when they start delving into the actual plot of like.
Yeah, I suppose me judging it based on the very first episode alone would be kind of silly.
I mean, the cookie cat thing's cute, man, but like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Is the first episode about cookie cats?
I think that was the
I feel like it's about some kind of treat.
Yes,
I
yes.
seem to recall the first episode revolving around some kind of dessert.
I believe it was around Cookie Cat, which is a cat, a cookie that's cut into the shape of a cat with a vanilla ice cream middle.
Okay. Okay.
As far as I
That
understand,
sounds like what I would like to go to the gas station and purchase right now.
I think I would like to go get one of those
That
myself.
sounds pretty rad.
Eventually, we have. I might have to go. I might have to go get a no, not a Snickers ice cream. Freaking cookie.
Yeah, I know. Yes, the exact product that you were describing.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I would like.
Monster.
The
Yes,
Toll House
cookies.
cookie ice cream thing sandwich,
Sandwiches.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yes, that thing. Those are super good. I'm most definitely a fan. Hey, why do you look grumpy at me? I'm paying attention to you. Hello. Don't be grumpy at me. But yeah. So but going back to the Steven Universe thing, I think there was a character in the show who was he kind of like picked up all the local lore and stuff like that and wrote about UFOs, and it was like whatever the town's name was, Stay Weird or something like that. I forgot what the
Oh yeah, stay weird, San Diego. Something. Shoo!
something like that. But either way, like that sounds fun too. We'll have to do some look up on that, but either way, so before we get into the major topic of the day, so I had this little dilemma that I had to deal with when I was outside waiting for you to hit me back up. So I was outside and like I live in a major complex, and there's my neighbor's van had their car door open, and like she's got and she's got like kid. We got somebody in the Twitch chat. I don't know why it's not telling me that people are here.
Hello, two people.
Oh,
what
it's
is up,
Pigeon.
Twitch chat?
There it goes. Pigeon's here.
Hello, Pigeon.
Yes.
Oh.
They're fine folk. But so their van door is open. They've got and she's got two kids that are in chairs and stuff like that, and immobile, and so the door is wide open. I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, oh man, like I wonder if she forgot to close the door. Maybe I should just go up and close the door. And then I had this like anxiety attack.
Oh no, tell me.
I know, I had this anxiety attack. I didn't do it yet, and I'm like, wait a minute. Check the keys first. Check the ignition first. There's no, check the driver's seat first. Like, what the hell? I didn't even see her come down. She hadn't been down for like a while. And so like, and I didn't, and again, like I was down there for a minute, like, not that I'm like talking shit about why while you were taking a nap or whatever you had to do, which is all
sure,
good. Yeah, not talking so, but I was down there for a minute, kind of wanted, like, I do this little pacing thing when I like think, and I was like listening to a podcast about a YouTube video about ARGs, which we're gonna cover a little bit later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's start one.
I think that'd be really interesting.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Considering what was it, Junko Junsai?
Oh, I don't know, but
so
please elaborate.
maybe we'll make.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll do a quick.
We can say if that's a whole topic. I don't mean I didn't mean to light up.
Well, I was gonna say it. It does delve deep, but but it's basically all. It's been fairly covered, and even nowadays it's considered to be like kind of like subjective. People aren't too sure about the reality of it, this, that, and the other thing. the people that came clean about writing this ARG, people are like, oh, this is a lie, this is really a conspiracy sort of thing. It delves deep. It references some. I think there was something about it referenced the attack on Crimea before it even happened, sort of a thing.
Oh.
All sorts of really creepy.
That's strange.
It was pulling up people's real names.
Yeah.
And doxing them and stuff like that, making people drop out of the game. Like, it was real severe. Like, they tried to make it as, real as possible, but apparently it was supposed to be this ARG mimicking Vladimir Putin's sort of propaganda surveillance state stuff.
Wow, okay.
And at the end of the day, that's what they were trying to convey, but eventually it delved into like a bunch of other things, especially concerning a region in Russia where there's still Muslim practicing people, and about during the Soviet era how they were really oppressed. And
I was about to say, I imagine nothing good.
No, I was trying to find the word oppressed for some reason. Yeah, but I honestly don't know too much about it. Again, that's something that I'm gonna have to do some serious reading on. As far as I understood, it's from the YouTube video that I read. It was like a 20-minute video done by, I think it was Atrocities Guide on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll put it in my in the Discord.
Sure.
Which, by the way, in the profile, come join the Discord and you can listen to all the weird shit that Kuya and I are going to be listening to today.
Do we have? Should I give you a piece of homework?
Yeah, show some homework, man. What's up?
No. I'm not showing any. I'm assigning some.
Oh, sure. What's the word?
Next week, I want you to say !Discord in chat, and you'll get the link. That's what I want you to say because it'll work.
Yeah, I need to get that set up.
It will take you
5
if
minutes.
it takes you 15 minutes, that would be a surprise.
Okay.
You really it's like seriously, once you log in, you just it just asks you to log into Twitch when you go to the website, and once you connect it, you'll see add command or whatever, or custom commands, and you'll type !Discord, you'll put in your link, and then forever you'll be able to say anyone !Discord, come to our Discord.
Yeah, is it OBS or is it
it's Nightbot. No,
Okay.
this is just, it exists. Nightbot exists on the web. Nightbot's there in the cloud. You don't need to have all it needs is to have your chat and your stream to be running.
Oh, okay.
So it can access your chat from where it is. It doesn't need to have OBS or anything.
Oh, okay.
So you can have as many of those ! Commands as you want without OBS or anything. Yeah.
Why did I stand up now? I'm standing through this.
Nightbot, I've told you this before, but Nightbot is what I use. And there's 1,000 of them. I'm not saying Nightbot is the best one, because all you need is a text return.
And everybody's been telling me to hit those up, and I was gonna say I'm moving in about a month, and I'm gonna have access to a computer, so that's gonna be a little more easier for me to do. I want to actually be, because I've tried doing those types of programs and editing programs on my phone, and it's a pain in the ass to get things get everything where you want it to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it'll be like if you check it out from the phone.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna wait until I hit a computer.
But really, you're just interacting with a website, so it really might not be any big deal at all. But I mean, I don't, I of course don't mean to truly assign anyone homework ever.
I appreciate it. I definitely need to up my game here. Pigeon, thanks for streaming today. Your stream's really helping me. I'm having a rough day.
Nice.
But I'm glad we're helping you out. You know, just like it's nice to hear, you know, you're helping me through a rough day by saying that, you know, we're helping each other out. That's like the beauty of humanity.
And you get to learn a little bit about the inner workings of Twitch streams and how to make exclamation point commands.
Indeed, because I, for lack of a better term, am like just a noob.
That is very. That's. I mean, I just the only really I wouldn't have told you to do it if it wasn't like very easy. Like it's like if you want to be able to do that, it's very easy to set up. Because you know, I mean, and I remember, you know, not because I never want to learn anything. So I wish someone had along the way. I wish someone had said like, this thing that you don't want to figure out how to do, that thing's gonna take 4 hours to figure out. This one you're never gonna figure out. That one is going to take 5 minutes. Just do that right now. That's when I come back in my second life, I want to guide this guy. I remember learning how to do that. That took 5 minutes. Do that shit first.
I'm gonna definitely consider that for the next time. Again, like, and that's the other thing is that, like, you know, I'm also trying to figure out what the, you know, the makeup or the theme of
there's format to think of.
Especially considering that, like, you know, I have the capabilities of doing, like, you know, throwing my face up there and stuff like that, but like I don't know, I don't, you look at cats like, you know, like Swagger Souls and like all the other folks that have, like, you know, masks or, like, you know, V2 avatars,
sure.
You know, so it's like, you know, I don't know why. Well, for one, I don't know why I keep standing up. For two, yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of want to. I'd rather have it be the voice rather than the face. You know, not the face. I don't.
Yeah.
Is that a weird thing?
No, I don't think it is at all. And I think VTubing is extremely popular. And I think that some people have a fucking puppet, you know, like, never mind a mask. Yeah. And I think that's all extremely valid. I mean, I guess I usually think there's something else in the room that's more interesting to point a camera at than me. And I only have one camera. I'm slowly losing cameras. I used to have like 5.
I was gonna say, what happened to your camera, man?
Well, recently one of them is in the bedroom with the cat.
Yeah.
One of them went over to my mom's house. There is one in the room with me right now. But yeah, some of them they're normally I like to have 2 normally. Really, it's just that I'm down to 1. But yeah, I guess, like, I feel like I also do a lot of, like, especially when I'm talking to other people, and especially when I'm talking to, like, because sometimes I'll have like 2 people on, and sometimes they'll have so much to say that I'll barely be able to say anything, and that's when, and I don't like to have the camera on me if I'm, like, just sitting there listening, but other than that, like, I mean, well, first of all, I think that there's an extent that, all right, get the camera away from me. Maybe not in a couple years. Now I think people are raised on it, and they're just going to be like, yes, put me on TV. But, like,
yeah, no, I can.
There's absolutely some extent that I don't want. I mean, I'm not on camera very much, and it's not only because there are animals here. So to some extent, yeah. But to another extent, at a certain point, I won't give a fuck if it's like if there's any reason to be on camera. I think a lot of the time I just need some reason to do anything, even for myself in my own head.
Right. It's mostly for me is like, you know, showing my, you know, goofed up face, like, gonna like make, you know, this, you know, whole concept better? Is this gonna help the situation?
Or
oh, you're breaking up there. What was that?
Oh, I just was sort of just. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was gonna say you wobbled there for a second.
Okay, I was kind of just wondering, sort of adding a wonder, which was well, shit. Now I don't know. Oh yeah, just like wondering if having the camera on would even add anything. Like, would it even? Yeah, does it even? Is it even what I want to be presenting? Yeah.
Let alone like my sourpuss face trying to put together stuff in No Man's Sky. It seemed like it would be very boring.
I know, and like and there are certain. Well, there are certain. I don't know. There's a certain type of. I sort of said this. We sort of touched on it before, but I don't know what it was, but there was a word I used that I didn't want to use at the time. Maybe I'll end up saying it again. Who knows? I'm not speaking like in a roundabout way. I'm literally telling you everything I remember.
Right.
I'm not trying to like. There's not something, you know. Wow. Oh, yeah. I said that, there is sort of a mainstream, and maybe that was it, mainstream type of streamer the priority is engaging with the chat. And I also don't even want to say that's not my priority, but I'm often talking to someone else or myself. Right. And chat does, but maybe I just have, no one watches me, so I don't have very quickly moving chat, so I end up rambling on anyway. So like it might not, but I mean, I feel like I think most of the time is that like I have someone on who is talking about some topic that we've decided on. If there's talk, like it's kind of preordained to talk. Like what I am, my general thing, my vibe. And again, so I've been doing this is year 6. So like I've been doing it for 5 full years plus, and I still don't know what my fucking, in fact, for the past 2 years, every 2 months, I've been working on like right now, I just posted a schedule. I think this is what the format's going to be. And I'm going to go back, and for the past 2 years, every 2 or 3 months, I've gone back to the drawing board. And I can't stick it. And I'm trying to figure out what is going to work for me. What am I going to want to do? Like I have a whole section of my personal notes of things I like doing, just so I can remind myself how I can work what I want to do into also making content. And that's a dumb thing to waste your energy doing, I suppose, is my point. Yeah, format is hard. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
It's all hard. It's hard to do something on purpose. It's hard to do something casual on purpose. That's what I'm doing. But I don't know what Please.
Yeah. No. I was just gonna say, just no. I hear you. Like I've been. So like again, this is all fairly new to me. I've done.
I feel like it's new to me too, and it's not. It really isn't.
So I've done like I've done like radio interviews for like when I was doing the band stuff. I've done like shows. I know how to work crowds and what have you. But like this is just and in its own right is its own level of manipulation. This is a whole new new level of manipulation that I don't know. It's like trying to find a comfortability in it without that want to going into a shower fetal position feeling.
I don't. Is that something that happens to you? Is that something that happens to you a lot?
No, I'm being sarcastic, of course, but I mean in the sense of like we're like hey hit that like a subscribe button
Oh yeah, I never say that. I've never said it.
Yeah,
maybe I'll
that's
start.
What I mean.
I've tried.
I as much as that's
I do say it from time to time. I won't say that I've never said it. I still say it from time to time.
I do try to get people to follow every once in a while. Why do my comments keep not showing up? Gotta go, be back though. Okay, you take care of yourself, Pigeon. I don't know. Again, I'm sorry that your chat's not popping up here. Oh, there it is. What the hell is going on with this Twitch app? Anyway.
Yeah, what is going on with the Twitch app? It's bad.
It's bad, man. Like, you know, if you want to actually like do anything worthwhile with your channel, you can't do anything with this application. That's the other reason why I keep this so bare bones, is that this is what I'm working with. And yeah, you can go onto the website and like do the workaround, you know, to get to the desktop website from on your phone, but you have to do like certain workarounds to get to said website, because every other time it just tosses you back to the application or to the Play Store to get the Twitch app. So, you know, there's the headache there for, you know, somebody who doesn't have a computer, you know.
And that's just to manage your stream. That you're not even streaming from your phone. Yeah, that's annoying.
I mean, I do from time to time, but it's like, you know, not my major, you know, medium that I'm doing it off of.
Well, I'll tell you what, and this is, you know, I mean, I have a couple of thoughts that I don't mean to interrupt you, but certainly...
Oh, no, go ahead.
Something that is of great convenience once you get it set up is that once you set up Nightbot, you can type !game and ! title. I can't believe, why am I selling you Nightbot? But that's another thing you can do without OBS. You might not even have to go into the Twitch app to change your title in your game or whatever. Because at a certain point, you shouldn't have to go to Twitch to change that stuff. And you can have Nightbot. You'll just type it into chat, right, and it'll change your game for you.
Right, and the thing that really gets me is that, like for example, right now, like, we're doing just chatting, and I'm just using the game as, like, as an avatar.
Yeah, sure.
You know, almost
but
like a...
Your PlayStation feels that...
But it's saying, like, as much as I put in just chatting, the PlayStation overrides it and puts it in No Man's Sky.
Yeah, always, even if you change it, the PlayStation changes it back.
I just changed it back, but again, you know, because this application is so weird.
You're not sure if the app is even like up to giving you up-to-date information.
I'm not even sure if the app is the overriding power when the app is supposed to be the overriding power, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. I deal.
Yeah, but, you know, half of it is just accepting that, you know, a lot of things are kind of not going to work in general. I really just kind of accept that a lot of the information that I'm seeing is probably old, and a lot of things I'm speaking very vaguely. I'm speaking about how I live my life. A lot of the information is old, and a lot of the things are just not going to work.
I feel like I'm on a completely different planet, waiting on a you know, a laser reception from light years away, and finally to get it, and it tells me that Clay Aiken is gay or something like that. I don't know.
Are you talking about the Sirens of Titan?
I was talking about the science of information passing through light or something like that. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Tubes and lights and Al Gore. I don't fucking know, dude. But yeah, once I get to a computer, like, this is gonna be so much easier. This is gonna be so much easier. It's gonna look so much better. And who knows? Maybe I can, like, just clip this guy, and maybe I'll be an absolute, you know, derivative douche, and just, like, you know, make an animation where I, like, slice his head by a third and have it bobble around like a Canadian guy from South Park or something like that. Every time it talks. Because yeah, I need a mouth when I'm wearing a helmet in space.
What do you know about VTubing?
I've actually been watching a handful
That's how to start.
It's been
That's how to
fascinating.
start doing anything.
I mean, of
Is
course,
watching it.
I might be mispronouncing her name. Gawa Gura, I
I
believe
do
is.
not know.
Oh, she's the shark girl.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought you watched that expo thing, so I thought you saw her do her
Oh,
show.
I mean, I did watch
I, I
it.
I didn't know if you remembered names or something.
No.
But I don't know what it is with that community, but it's just
VTubers?
the VTuber community is fascinating to me. It's not to say that I bite into the drama and whatever internal stuff that they have going
Because
on
of
amongst
course there's
themselves.
internal drama.
Because of course,
Right,
what
okay.
Baka, and then somebody gets smacked to the moon. I don't know what happens. I don't necessarily know what happens in VTuber drama, but I just know there is
It
shit
sounds
that
a lot
happens.
like anime to me.
That situation in particular was just a Love Hina ripoff. If we're being honest, I don't know. Have you ever seen that show?
Oh, for sure. I was obsessed with Love Hina.
Such a cute show. It was so good. And then the turtle girl came in, and I
The
got confused.
Turtle Girl.
Yeah, you don't remember her? Oh, excuse me. I believe
Was she like a
that
major character? Or like a character that was in like three
yeah,
episodes?
because what was his name? Kirito, was that
There's
his
a lot of
name?
characters that are in like 3 episodes.
Oh, it was well, the main dude believed that this girl, this really kind of groupie-esque female character, but she's not sad. She's just she's not even like a droopy type. How would I compare it to? She
Turtle. I don't
shit.
remember. In what way was she like a turtle?
She
Now I
acted.
hope we're talking about the same anime.
The guy gets his grandma's bathhouse. That
Yeah.
was also a woman's
Yes.
court. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a character that was introduced. She had a pet turtle who used to sit on her head. And she herself had a very turtle-like personality. She talked very slow, but she was very sweet. I don't know what the fuck her character name was, but
Yeah, the
um,
turtle flew around. The
it's
turtle fucking flew around. It was a huge part of the show. Flying turtle.
oh yeah, that's right. It did fly
It
around,
fucking
didn't it?
flew around all over. Yeah, she was a major character. Yeah. I forgot about the goddamn flying turtle. Of course. Flying turtle. We think gargoyles bleed.
No, not yellow. Well, I guess the turtle's name is Tomago,
Okay.
but I have no idea who the or simply Tama. I haven't watched this show in forever. That was such a good
Yeah,
show.
I was a long time ago.
What
Boy, that was like, I mean,
that was
2005-ish.
yeah. I was gonna say Anime Network on demand, circa 2004 2005. Watching Asian Kung Fu Generation over and over again. Fantastic band if you haven't heard of them.
Asian Kung
Uh,
Fu Generation?
yes, they're like Japan's Weezer. They're like
Okay. That's not the pillows.
you know what?
Mhm.
That's a hard toss up. Because well, Weezer's a 4-piece, isn't it?
I'm not sure exactly now.
I was gonna I would say the pillows were more like Japan's, not necessarily Jawbreaker, because Jawbreaker was more punkier than the pillows. The pillows were more like kind of a surf rocky California vibe, a la Weezer, but not necessarily Weezer. Like
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I, if
So
I'm being
they're all kind of surfy. How about that?
yeah, they all have that little Beach Boysy
Yeah.
vibe. But let's see here. Oh, anyway, yeah, you want to get to the big task for the show?
Sure. I was surprised that this had something to do with the year 2005.
Yeah, you know what? That is very true.
Were you surprised as well?
I did not realize that it happened in 2000, that everything happened in 2005.
I guess I heard about it in 2005, and for some reason, I thought it was an older thing. Like I thought this was something from at least the early 90s. I feel like I heard about it in the 90s, but I guess I didn't.
Yeah, like Subgenius, like
Yeah,
almost Subgenius
same
era,
kind of
like,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I had heard about this a long while ago too, but if I remember correctly, it was sometime after it was sometime around or after high school. A friend of mine who, like, he was a, very, very intelligent dude, like, comic book writer. Really, also a really big fan of your book too. I actually tried to get him some space on my comic books. That's point. I don't know why I remember that shit. Anyway, and he started telling me about the flying spaghetti monster stuff. And he goes, yeah, you know how amino acids have the Church of the Subgenius, and I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, well, flying spaghetti monster is kind of the same sort of thing, except they got pirates instead of it being about
Pirates.
space. Yes. Oh, I know you were doing a little bit of research before this, so you
I read a little bit about this.
You didn't get into the pirates yet. Oh man. Okay. This shall be fun. All right. Well, I guess we'll start off, and because you do know the 2005 thing, do you want to explain the what happened in 2005 for the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Did I lose you? Check. Is that my headphones? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're phasing a little bit, man.
No, I mean, complete. Am I here at all?
Now there you are.
Yeah, it's really, you know what?
Now we lost you again. Shoot.
Hello.
There you are.
Hopefully it doesn't, like, start happening a lot. Weird that what I think the problem is this PS4 controller. I think my PS4 controllers are very old, and they're getting finicky in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there could be some kind of internet problem, or it could be that the PS4 is just kind of doing a lot right now between talking to you and also streaming. A lot of the equipment I'm using is, old and well used.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like my controllers are, like, going. And because I'm plugged into the controller...
Yeah, that could definitely be, yeah.
I feel like something... loose or shitty.
The auxiliary jacks generally go first. But anyways, man, I'm sorry, but please, what did you read about the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
So it was it a letter to, like, a board of education or some kind of some sort of educational body in 2005 where it was an argument it was against teaching intelligent design in schools because, and the point almost, it's obviously incredibly mocking, right?
I have to say the least.
Basically what he said was, as long as we're making shit up, I'm just gonna tell my kids that a flying spaghetti monster created people and animals. Because that's where we're at. And I have certainly minimalized the entire story in my telling.
No, you're not that far off, actually.
But it's an argument against intelligent design.
Yes.
Or at least teaching it as hard science.
Yes, as teaching it as a hard science in schools as the actual basis of human origin. Yeah, which is most certainly not true. Not true. But yes, you were.
I don't know. You ever saw Battlestar?
You know, I've actually never watched Battlestar.
If we were designed what if any indication of design has been bred out of us over 1,000 years just because I'm not saying God did it, but you know, I don't know. You know what? Only a Sith deals in absolutes, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's all I'm saying is, I don't know. I'm not going to say the human body was not designed. So in Battlestar Galactica, basically it turns out that all of humanity has just always been robots designed by robots, making better robots that look more like humans, that eventually become humans, that eventually replace them, and it was always robots. Robots all the way down. Basically, that's what BSG is about.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, that sounds. That's intense. That's definitely like.
They could have designed us and been like, "Fuck these ones. These ones suck. But what are we gonna do with them? Drop them on that planet over there."
Yeah. Well, we're gonna quarantine these douchebags.
Yeah, no one go on this side of the galaxy at all.
There's a reason why we were isolated. We were the most parasitic of them all.
I think that something, as a matter of fact, there's something like that in Battlestar Galactica as well. It's been like 20 years. I can spoil it.
Oh,
I won't. Never mind.
I don't know. I don't care. No, I was saying like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, you can spoil it. Go ahead. But yes, you're absolutely right. In 2005, a Kansas State Board of Education had a debate in which they were trying to...
What the fuck?
You eat it?
I think I just of a glitch, and it was very strange and funny. The Kansas State Board of Education. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
No, you're totally fine.
Let's hear about it.
Talking about teaching both evolution and creationism in the Kansas City public schools, and this, of course, is according to the Flying Spaghetti Monsters website, and
which is something that still exists to this day.
And yes, it does, and as well as Bobby Henderson, I believe. Ohio State University graduate of physics. What was it? The whole concept was met with opposition from people who believe that the theory lacks scientific reasoning. The opposition included Bobby Henderson, who sent the board a singular letter which discussed an amusing and satirical belief that the Earth is created by a spaghetti and meatballs deity known as the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Bobby Henderson was just a 20-something physics graduate from Ohio State University. Let's see. In Henderson's response to the Kansas School Board, he was quoted as saying, "We have evidence that a flying spaghetti monster created the universe. None of us, of course, were around to see it, but we have written accounts of it."
Yes. Do we?
According to him, there's written accounts of
To
it,
him,
so
there
it's
are
good enough.
accounts. That is nothing substantial, though. We've seen
That's the substantial. That's more than substantial. Somebody
what is
wrote about
painted.
it.
What's painted on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? I heard that if you go there in real life, it's actually they tell you it's God and Adam, but if you actually they don't let you in there. But if you manage to sneak in there, it's man touching the spaghetti monster, his noodly appendage.
His grand noodly appendage. Oh goodness. Let's see. As far as I understand, the flying spaghetti monster, unlike the Church of the Subgenius, is kind of a more, as much as it is a parody of Christianity, it still, believes in keeping, peace amongst religions, and
Okay.
and not using this as a means to belittle people without, of course, due process, if they're gonna, start
Sure.
shit at a Kansas City school board meeting,
which is kind of
that
what
invoke
happened
the
with South
spaghetti
Park, I
monster.
think.
Yeah, it's like releasing a complex carbohydrate kraken, if you will. It's meant to be just invoked as a means of,
Shutting down
the wrongs of monotheistic.
Sure. Okay, yeah. If someone's saying we have to do this because God says so, you can say, "Well, I have to leave right now and eat spaghetti
I'm going
because
to
my God says so."
I'm going to put it on my calendar, and oh, by the way, I'm gone the entire month of December because I'm celebrating the Flying Spaghetti Monster celebration of holiday.
What is this holiday?
It's called Holiday.
Oh, good. Oh, that's a great name for it.
I know, it's funny. It's the entire month of December, and it's basically all month, and you celebrate whatever fucking holiday you want.
Great.
Because according to the faith itself, the Flying Spaghetti Monster doesn't care.
Do you even need to eat spaghetti?
No, they're
He
just like
doesn't. He doesn't
celebrating-
exult in your consumption of complex carbohydrates.
He doesn't. He doesn't want to impose his will because he's got better things to do.
Of course he does. He's a god. He's a spaghetti monster. He's got lots of better things to do.
Okay, so let's go down to the belief system. So, the followers are known as Pastafarians. I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's very funny. That's very funny.
It is a very. You gotta love the pasta puns throughout this entire religion.
Sure.
It's absolutely hilarious to me. But what is it? Another belief is you cannot teach the faith of the Flying Spaghetti Monster unless you're in full pirate regalia or apparel.
Yeah, was the first person touched by his noodly appendage a pirate? Is there even mythology? Would that go against the whole?
Mythology.
Oh, okay.
There's a mythology with the pirate. Yes. So pirates are seen as the original Pastafarians and are considered a holy being. And it is within that, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster actually wishes to clear the names of pirates, as pirates were seen as thieves and pillagers,
Villains.
and villains. But according to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, they believe that that the whole pirates being evil, mythos was basically propaganda by the Christian Church to denounce the Flying Spaghetti Monster and the pirates' divine existence. because according to the church, they were, quote, peace-loving explorers and spreaders of goodwill who distributed candy to small children.
Oh!
Adding that modern pirates are in no way similar to the fun-loving buccaneers from history.
Pirates, like, over the boat?
Wait, you broke up. You broke up there a little bit, Julia. What was that?
Oh, nothing. Modern pirates are not as much fun.
No, modern pirates are definitely not as much fun. Oh man. They also they also believe, again, according to the church, they also believe
all of these
ghost
beliefs.
Pirates,
oh, okay.
all these beliefs are great.
Yes.
Ghost pirates cause the lost ships and planes in the Bermuda Triangle, and that global warming was caused by a lack of Pastafarian pirates.
All right, so it definitely yeah, this is definitely, as long as we're just making shit up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of territory we're in.
This is pretty much where we're at.
But
like,
all right, so at what point did he kind of evolve? Because first it was just an example of a silly thing that if you're going to say God did this, I might as well.
So apparently,
religion.
Bobby had, yeah, but Bobby just kind of ran with it because he really wanted. He was a firm believer in his point and a firm believer in the flying spaghetti monster. Yeah, he just really wanted to make his point, and thusly why he also created the whole. So the whole mythos started from that letter. He already kind of built this, this basic, religious concept, and it just got, bigger and bigger, and people, found it, a lot more people found it funnier and funnier, and so he ended up producing the entire, canon of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, with the. Let me look at the text here. He has 3 books, as far as I understand. There's the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, the Loose Cannon, which I don't really know too much about that text. And
I wasn't sure
the
what
church,
that one was.
And the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. The Gospel and the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, I know, are basic, tenets and stories within the faith about, how humanity was created, how the Flying Spaghetti Monster created everything. Specifically, starting with, of course, that the Flying Spaghetti Monster created everything, and that, of course, Christian creationism is in fact incorrect, and that any sort of concepts of evolutionary theory are also incorrect because the Flying Spaghetti Monster put them there. Not as a test of faith, but just to fuck with people.
Thought it would be funny.
He thought it'd be funny.
This creature has guided you along the way, unlike certain gods.
Mm-hmm.
This creature has left us little tidbits to find and such.
And let alone this is the first, example of a god with a, loving sense of humor.
Yeah.
You get
so many gods are mean.
Yeah, and let alone like a lot of blood culty stuff. I mean, have you ever thought about how much of Jesus you're eating?
Oh,
it's just like
someone
how
do
much,
the math ever?
Jesus is in that cracker,
A lot of
it. But so we covered the pirates. But they basically explain. But their correlation with global warming and pirates was there has been a steady decrease of pirates since the 1800s, and global warming has increased since then. It's because of the global, the industrial revolution. You know. But
Religious facts is.
I was gonna say you're bumping again. But it's okay.
We may try is me getting a new controller.
Well,
It's such a weird thing to say that's a problem. I really,
hopefully hopefully these segments will, eventually buy you a new controller, dude. Sheesh, that's rough, man.
there's been some discussion of like doing sort of maintenance, and that.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, am I gone? Am I just not here at all?
Now it's funny when you want to talk about something, you're gone, and then
Do you know
when
what? I
you
feel
ask-
like I think that I need to hold my controller like vertically in front of me. Like I think that's because I put it I relax
sorry.
and I lose you. I mean, if it keeps
I'm
me
so-
here.
I'm so sorry that you have to go through this for this.
It's just, you know what? Did you hear what I was saying about the thermal paste?
The thermal what?
The thermal paste?
No, I did not hear about that.
Oh, it's a material that is inside of a PS4, and I'm going to open mine up and replace it and do a maintenance to the PS4.
Ah, I see. How often are you supposed to do that?
I don't know if you're supposed to do it at all, but I heard that I think my friend Weaves did it after like 5 or 6 years, so I should do it.
Well,
And that could help, and it could help because it could just be how well the PS4 is able to process right now.
Right.
And it could be, and I don't need to be streaming from my PS4. I just need to be talking to you. Like I could stream from my PC. Right now, my TV's backwards. It's really just all kinds of problems.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out, man. Like that. Yeah, but again, I think it's mostly a me issue. I need to get a computer, damn it.
We'll all get, yeah.
Yes, computer.
At some, we'll all have all the equipment we need.
Indeed. All right, so we'll try to punch through on my end here, and we'll end my show, and then we'll continue with on Discord, so that way you don't have to lose your mind with the controller stuff for too long.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to,
I'm not losing. I mean, it's not.
If you want to power through this, awesome. I just don't want. I didn't want to. It sounds like I'm thinking about like those bad old '90s shows where you had a guy standing in a weird sort of position with his antenna. Can you see that? Do you getting signal yet? Sort of thing. Like I feel
it's
like
a
I'm
little
doing
bit
that
like
to
what
you.
I'm doing. Yeah.
I know, that's what I feel really bad. I don't want to make you do that.
Oh, I didn't plug my phone in.
But if anything, I'll punch through the points for my show about the main stuff, and then we'll go back to your show and we'll discuss, and then we'll press on from there. Let's see here. Flying spaghetti. So apparently, the flying spaghetti monster created the entire universe on a drunken evening. Just got wasted and made the universe for some.
What a jerk!
I know, what a jerk! Just made.
Has he apologized?
Yeah, He apologizes for nothing. I
After,
mean,
oh, he apologizes for nothing, just like a god.
it is believed that there were 10 commandments given. I forgot who they gave the commandments to. I forgot to look that up. But they gave 10. It was much like, you know, in History of the World Part 2 with Mel Brooks.
Oh.
It is believed that somebody was given 10 commandments by the flying spaghetti monster, dropped 2 of them, and thusly gave them these commandments, which are actually called I really rather you didn't.
Okay. Okay, good. That's better than commandments.
Yeah, so instead of it being like, hey, don't do that, it's just like, could you please not, if if possible. um so so first, really rather you didn't. I really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier than thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. If some people don't believe in me, that's okay. Really, I'm not that vain. Besides, this isn't about them, so don't change the subject. um, Number 2, I'd really rather you.
This god has got his head on straight.
Yes. I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or, be mean to others. I don't require sacrifices and purities for drinking water, not people.
Right on.
I like that one. I particularly like that one. Excuse me. Number 3. I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way that they look, or how they dress, or the way they talk, or, well, just play nice, okay? Oh, and get this through your thick heads. Woman equals person. Man equals person. Samey, samey. One is not better than the other, unless we're talking about fashion, and I'm sorry, but I gave that to the women. And some guys who know the difference between... And some guys who know the difference between teal and fuchsia.
Oh, I know. I know the difference between teal and fuchsia.
I have no idea. I even went to art college. I worked with ink and pen. I have no fucking clue. I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and mental maturity. As for anyone who might object, I think of the expression is "go fuck yourself," unless they find that offensive, in which case they can turn off the TV for once and go for a walk for a change.
Good.
Yeah, number 5. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogynist, hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat, then go after the bastards.
All right.
I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches, temples, mosques, shrines to my noodly goodness when the money could be better spent, take your pick, ending poverty, curing diseases, living in peace, loving with passion, and lowering the cost of cable. I might be a complex carbohydrate omniscient being, but I enjoy the simple things in life. I ought to know I am the creator. Let's see, number 7. I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talk to you. You're not that interesting. Get over yourself. And I told you to love your fellow man. Can't you take the hint? And rule number 8. I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you if you are into stuff that uses a lot of leather, lubricant, and for some reason involves Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, pursuant to number 4, then have at it. Take pictures, and for the love of Mike, wear a condom. Honestly, it's a piece of rubber. If I didn't want it to feel good when you did it, I would have added spikes or something. So those are the commandments, or the I'd rather you didn't of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Let's see. In the Flying Spaghetti Monster's kindness, they created a heaven with beer volcanoes and stripper factories.
Stripper factories.
Yes. that is apparently heaven, and according to if I remember correctly, I forgot to take notes on what their hell is like, because there's, again, schisms just like many other religions. Some people in the Spaghetti Monster religion believe that there is no hell.
Sure.
It's just that instead of getting into the stripper factories, you wait in the line. If I remember,
Oh, you have to wait in the lines.
You're stuck in line for eternity to get into the stripper factories. You'll eventually get in there. It's just going to take a really long time. And the beer volcanoes are full of basically warm car PBR beer.
Ew.
From the volcanoes instead of, ice cold, nice beer from the volcanoes. And not like a nice warm lager from, England, sort of, enjoyable beer, but like, again, as I mentioned,
beer that was in the trunk.
It fell out of the case when you were taking it out for a party.
You found it on a lonely day a year later, on an August afternoon. You find a single beer hanging in the trunk for who knows how long.
And you open it up, and it doesn't even hiss.
Oh. I definitely like the idea that the material world may very well be just the top layer of hell.
I've honestly had this concept in my head that we are in a realm that we are atoning for something that we did in another realm.
Oh yeah, spaghetti monsters and everything aside, we are in hell. Yeah, that should be obvious to anyone. I can't wait to actually start writing down notes and making my own religion. This is a good idea. This is a real good idea.
Oh man,
we're in hell, and someone put us here on purpose.
Don't make it about making people fear about giving you money. Just make it about like people buying the ridiculous literature about it.
Yes.
Again,
I don't want any. I don't want. Yeah.
If anything,
I don't even want any money at all.
If anything, like it would be like the Satanists, how they.
The only reason I would start a religion is to teach my followers to shut the fuck up, so maybe someone would shut the fuck up. That's the only reason I'm in the religion game. I'm gonna figure out how to convince everyone to stop thinking about the shit that makes them mad and shut the fuck up for one day in their whole lives. That's all I want out of the world. What are the Satanists like?
I wish I had that restraint. I need some serenity. Speaking of, there's actually because they didn't have a name for this, I felt the need to name this. They have a spagrenity prayer, much like a serenity prayer.
Oh, terrific.
Yes. So for those following the faith of the Spaghetti Monster, I'm wearing I don't have a full regalia, but I will put on a paper hat if that so pleases everybody. All right, here we go.
They like to wear a paper hat?
Well, I mean, it's necessary. If you're speaking the gospel, you have to do some sort of pirate regalia.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Might as well go for the paper hat.
Yeah, you got a newspaper around?
Well, I was gonna say I had like a spare piece of paper that I just folded up for funsies.
I think a newspaper is proper.
A newspaper
It's
is
traditional.
more proper. As per tradition. But it's our pasta, who art in colander, draining be your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top some grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. And for thine is the meatball, the onion, and the bay leaves forever. Ramen.
Yeah.
Oh man, and again, this is like when we do these bits, like this is just like baseline. This is just the base of the religion. I'm not even covering all the deep cut stuff. Like, oh goodness, there's actual like full lore that they created for this spaghetti monster beyond, like they actually go into detail of how, like, what pirates were considered to be the most holy amongst the pirates,
Sure.
according to the spaghetti monster and things like that. There's all sorts of nonsense with it. But let's see. Fossils in the evolutionary theory was placed there by the flying spaghetti monster. I already covered that. So Ben Henderson, excuse me, is it Bobby or Ben?
Bobby, right?
Ben? It's Bobby. Why did I call him Ben?
I don't know.
Ben, I'm thinking of Ben Garrison. That's why I probably did that.
Who's that?
I don't even want to talk about that dude.
Oh, no, that's not. We don't like that guy?
Like, you know who Stone Toss is, right?
Yes.
Like that alt-right, ridiculous
comic
crap
guy?
Yeah,
a comic strip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think yeah, that dude's no good. Like, think that type of content, but with like political, like Wall Street Journal-esque political cartoons.
Okay.
Basically. But they're not very well drawn, and it's mostly involving the whole QAnon theory.
Oh, terrific. Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's
Always
great.
These
It's
doofuses.
great that, seriously, do you think 1/3 of the country is just full of 4chan at this point? That don't even know it? Do you think it's 1/3 or 1/2? Or 75?
What was that? What was that movie? They Live, where it was Roddy Piper?
Yeah,
could see.
yeah. Rowdy Piper is he's the fucking man.
But was that They Live where he wore the glasses and he could see all the monsters living?
Yes, buy, eat,
yes,
sleep,
yes.
fuck.
That is exactly like I feel like Rowdy Piper, and I just wore the like looking into like Reddit and 4chan is like putting on the glasses for me. Whoa, what? Whoa, that was weird. My shit's running super slow.
PlayStation?
Yeah, something's up with my PlayStation. It's like
It's chugging?
it's a little bit. For some reason my camera is pulsing and I don't know why.
Your camera is pulsing? Like a webcam that's plugged into the PS4?
No, my like the camera in the game is like pulsing like a heartbeat.
Interesting.
I can't figure out why. Let's figure this out. I don't know what's going on here. Do I have to turn off the music? Is that what's going on? You're having trouble keeping up? It's usually never like this. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. Well, funnily enough, I think that actually, like, that was pretty much the the coverage from my points. on the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Wait, am I coming back? Am I coming back?
Hello, hello. Am I lost?
No, you're fine. It's just my game. My game is like my avatar is lagging like freaking.
I mean, I hope that doing some maintenance helps on my end, but what's really sad is PS4s might just be getting old.
You know what? I think I figured out what it is.
Yeah?
It's this stupid flag. Because this flag is continually waving, I think it's...
Oh, it's hitting the camera or something, or bumping the camera?
No, I think it's just lagging everything because it's consistently moving.
Oh, weird.
Because, like, you know how, like, if you have, like, a moving part in a game, it could generally cause, like, a...
Well,
yeah, see what I mean? Like, can you?
I'm on I'm on the couch today. The TV's back. I don't have your stream up, is what I mean to say.
No, it's okay.
I'm not sitting in front of my PC.
Not a big deal. But yeah, no.
This was a real off day, maybe.
On all of our
for both of us, yeah, it really was. And I don't even know. I actually had you know what? I got up early and I got all my shit done. And I was like doing pretty good, and then I stopped like going for 1 second. I sat down on the couch and it was just like, bleh. I don't have something to do right now, so I'm just gonna fade from existence.
That's exactly what happened to me when I got a hold of you earlier. It was just like when you got a hold of me, I totally missed that. I was just out. I was God, what was I watching? I was watching my general weird shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
cow hooves.
Yeah. Cow hooves and freaking weird things about ARGs and weird internet rabbit holes and stuff like that. But yeah, I've just been kind of having an off day, and I also had to start packing stuff, so that's been rough. And then but yeah, been an interesting day. Just been trying to keep myself a little bit busy.
Yeah. Oh god damn it.
Uh-oh. But yeah, so the last thing, according to Bobby Henderson's quoting here, the last thing that I had written down for him was with millions, if not thousands, of devout. This is again taken from their website. With millions, if not thousands, of devout worshippers, the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster is widely considered a legitimate religion, even by its opponents, mostly fundamentalist Christians, who have accepted that our God has larger balls than theirs.
Meatballs.
Indeed. So, but yeah, and you know, by the long and short of it, that's the Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's
I'm definitely into that. Into the Flying Spaghetti Monster. I'm definitely into. Why would God talk to? That's like, honestly, every day, like, you know, in my very limited experience, if someone comes and if someone is trying to tell me about God and that God has spoken to them, my thought is basically, why would God be talking to you? Why would you even think that God would talk to you?
Right.
Come on.
I mean, no, absolutely though. Like, you know, and then, like, you know, but then you have those people like, you know, oh, because you're special, and you know that's because, you know, oh, you're special, so God can only talk to you, and it's like, you know,
that leads to trouble.
That leads to, like,
God liking any specific person or group of people leads to trouble. That's a bad belief.
Just that leads to Joseph Smith and the LSD or the LDS, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, not the LSD. No,
not the LSD. No, no.
Okay.
Smith might have taken.
I also, for some reason, I heard Jim Jones, so I was like, wait, LSD.
No, Jim Jones. Well, I mean, Jim Jones.
LSD
I think
punch.
Jim, I think Jim Jones took LSD a bunch.
He
He
must have
was
taken LSD.
he was
I mean,
big
he
on
might
he was
not
big
have,
on
but
all.
it was the time, right? Was it like
Apparently,
1975?
it was mostly heroin and uppers. So
Oh,
he was speedballing.
that sounds like late 70s.
Oh yeah. No, it was amphetamines, cocaine, and heroin. So Homeboy was like, living up like Nikki Sixx.
What a
Holy
piece
mo-
of shit.
I know, right?
What a total asshole.
I know. He could have shared that with everybody.
Jones. Wait, he was doing that and not sharing it?
Yeah.
Fuck him so much.
I know, seriously. Like, if you didn't hate him enough to begin with, like, now
Yeah.
you have every reason to absolutely dislike Jim Jones. He never shared. It's like, you ever seen that movie, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story?
Yes. All I remember
It-
is his brother getting severed in half.
My favorite bit was, Tim Meadows' character, who was supposed to be like one of the
Yeah.
longtime like band members, and he
He keeps
never
telling him,
once paid for drugs.
yeah.
And he had sex with all of our wives, and he had sex with me once, and that was weird. And he never once paid for drugs.
I like
And
there's
that was,
like please continue.
that was basically it. It was just like he continually
Yeah.
said he never once paid for drugs. But go on.
I like how there's like a running bit where Dewey's like at the end of his rope or something, and he goes and knocks on the dressing room door, and Tim Meadows is like, "You don't want to do this. You don't want to get messed up in this. You don't want to." Like, it keeps happening until
You
it's
wanna
like
know this, Dewey?
Viagra or something, and he's like,
Oh,
"You
that
don't
was-
want this, dude." You course of his life. And
Oh man, God, you don't want us to do it. It's called cocaine. It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
that sounds like exactly what I want. I should watch that movie again.
Dude, that's an enjoyable
Who
watch.
was that actor?
It's Tim Meadows and John C. Reilly.
John. Some-
Was it Step Brothers was really good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Wait, what was that?
This is a.
Let's see, what was another really good John C. Reilly movie? You know what? I never noticed it. He was actually in Gangs of New York.
Oh sure. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he sure
I
was.
did not realize it. Yeah, he was in that. Step Brothers. I love him as Dr. Steve Brule.
Dr. Steve Brule is classic. For your wine.
For you, wow.
For your. Yes.
Oh, you're tired of your milk getting. Oh God, what was it? Milk not cold. Let's put some ice cubes in it, you dummy. For your health. I love that shit. I love Tim and Eric. Like,
Yeah, it's
that era of nonsense comedy was like wondrous on Adult Swim.
I think Tim and Eric in particular is really. I think it's gonna be. I think people are gonna be talking about it in 50 years.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that there's. I don't think there was anything exactly like that show, and I don't think there ever will be. Like there was something. They were doing something weird that no one else was doing. Some of it is like upsetting to watch. Sometimes it's just diarrhea. It's the kind. There's certain shows that when I sit down to eat a meal, I like to put a TV show on, and I have a list in my head of shows to not put on if I'm gonna
While
eat,
you're eating.
and that's one of them.
Oh man, what was the show that I was watching the other day? I was watching Xavier Renegade Angel.
Mm.
You ever watch that one?
That is some weird shit. He's got a on arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even remember all the stupid like things he would like prophesize to people. But I really loved the way he talked. It was almost like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I don't remember it. I don't remember a lot of it other than being like, I definitely remember being drunk and being like, what the fuck?
I watched that shit on acid. That was funny.
That's a good thing to do.
Oh yeah.
That seems like correct.
Well, initially I was watching. Funnily enough, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we got some acid from a friend of ours. No, it was a research chemical, like hallucinogen from a friend of ours. Oh yeah, and we and my roommate at the time, her and her train hopping boyfriend were living with us, and he was like an alcoholic, but like really discouraged people from weed or hallucinogens.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, some people are like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, but you know, I smoke, and you know, I quit the sauce, but I'm not gonna sit there and berate people for drinking. You know,
Sure.
do what you love. You know, just mind your moderation. But like, you know, this cat was just like, you know, oh, you know, I'm gonna, you know, fuck with you. Oh, the walls are breathing, man.
Oh, great, of course, yeah. Oh, exactly the guy you want to have around. That fucking guy.
And lo and behold, like, you know, we're watching Star Wars, and we like got this like, you know, those like, you know, buildable like kids spaceships, like cardboard spaceships, where you can like interlock the cardboard pieces and then you can draw on them. I don't know if you ever seen one of those, but
yeah,
like,
you can like be inside of it.
But yeah, you could be inside of it, and you can draw on the inside of it too. So we're like tripping balls, and we put on Star Wars, and we're flying through space and drawing on the spaceship, and and he's there, and he's just like, "Oh, you guys, you know, you're having some fun, huh? You want to do some really fucked up stuff?" And he puts on Xavier Renegade Angel.
Oh, good. Oh,
and
of
I'm
course.
Like, and like, not to toot my own horn, but I've got too strong of a mind to fuck with that.
Yeah.
Sort of nonsense when I'm having a hallucination. Excuse me, sir. I'm an experienced, you know, mind wanderer. Thank you very much.
You think you're gonna surprise me? You think you're gonna blow my mind with Xavier Renegade Angel? I've seen some shit.
I've seen some shit.
I've seen Wax or the Discovery of Television Amongst the Bees.
But like,
that's what we're gonna talk about next.
Wax the Discovery of the what?
The first movie on the internet.
The first movie on the internet.
Wax or the Discovery of Television Amongst the Bees.
That sounds fucking cool.
That's a thing, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Okay, hold on. I gotta write this down. I gotta put this in my notes because I have a couple of.
I don't know if there's a Guinness World Record or if it's just what the guy claims or if it is or how true you can say the first thing on the internet. That's a strange thing to say about anything, but this is the first feature film that was available for download from the internet.
Okay, what was it one more time?
Wax, or the Discovery of Television amongst the Bees.
Bees. Interesting. That sounds super interesting.
It's a weird piece of something. It's a piece of work.
Oh, I like really weird works. Like I remember one time I again, another fun ass story. I took some, and a buddy of mine had this projector in his apartment, and he started playing Koyaanisqatsi.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, that's a good
Dude,
one. Yeah.
I've
You think you're gonna show me
yo,
weird shit by showing me Xavier
I've
Renegade Angel?
I've seen Koyana ski high as balls.
What is that word translated to?
I don't even remember,
Life
man.
out of balance.
Dude, it was a. I've never felt so unsettled in my entire life.
Life out of balance. What that movie
Absolutely,
is about.
and it very well displayed that.
Yeah.
And just what a fantastic visual
Weird ass
and
piece
audible
of
tour de
film.
force.
Yeah. I got
Like, like the
that.
beginning of mankind to the quote unquote end of mankind as it
Yep.
progresses faster and faster and faster. Oh, well put together film. Loved it. Yeah, that shit was weird, man. Just trying to think of some other weird like Adult Swim era shows that I really liked. Assy McGee, I really liked.
I don't think I ever saw Assy McGee.
It was.
Is it about an ass?
It is literally about a. I'm not even joking. A pair of legs with an ass that talks.
Like on South Park. Ben
Not full
Affleck's
body.
parents.
No, not
Not
that,
like Ben
but
Affleck's parents.
not like Ben Affleck's parents, but
They
no
were.
torso.
Oh, so just an ass with legs.
Just an ass with legs. It was definitely on that kind of cusp of like the edgelordy sort of shows,
Oh, sure.
you know.
Ass with legs show.
I mean, like what's to not be expected in that? It was definitely very terrible. It was not a very good show, but it's just interesting looking back on that era of Adult Swim cartoons like that and 12-Ounce Mouse. Uh, and even going back further, like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and those shows.
Speaking of LSD,
Yes,
you ever see Wonder Chosen?
was that's the one with the fucking the douchebag clown that yells at people on the street, right?
It's like a blue guy that yells at people, like a blue puppet.
The puppet. Oh, I'm thinking of a completely different show. I'm thinking of a. Not TV Fun. Was it TV Funhouse?
TV Funhouse was a show. I don't remember a clown. TV Funhouse had a bunch of puppet dogs, like Triumph.
Yeah. There was a. Well, it was a Triumph-esque. Well, Triumph showed up on the show. It was done by I think that's Robert Schmeigel, isn't it? Excuse me. Shit. That was. Oh. Uh-oh. I think you're breaking up again.
Am I?
Yep. Yeah, you were breaking up for a second.
Are you sure I just wasn't saying anything?
Were you not saying anything? I thought I heard a.
At some point, I feel like at some point during an anime club or something, I have actually streamed the episode of Wonder Sojin. I wonder if it's on Paramount. There's an episode. Wonder. It was not on Adult Swim. I think it was on. I think it was on MTV2.
It was on MTV2, like
And
late at night.
It was a thing. But there's one episode in particular that just is. Yeah, it's the one to show people on LSD. It's
Total
called.
Mind
The
Trip.
title is Patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You can't scare me with Xavier Renegade Angel.
No,
They showed
absolutely.
me Patience on LSD.
It's just like okay, just community service announcement to all the douchebags out there that do that to your friends that are trying to take a mental vacation. They can't afford to fly anywhere. They can't afford to go anywhere. So let them enjoy their staycation. Stop being a dick. Let them watch their Star Wars in their cardboard spaceship that, they drew the red button that made it, go into hyperspace all by themselves. Let them have that. Don't ruin it for them.
Yeah.
Spicoli, you dick.
I never saw that one. Am I missing out on an American experience?
On
Fast
tripping
Times.
out.
No.
No, that was the name of the. That was.
That guy's name was Spicoli?
Well, his nickname was Spicoli.
Okay. Okay.
But he never told me his real name.
Sure.
At all, because he was like a train hopper drifter guy, and all those train hopper drifter guys all had you had Spud and Skeeter.
Jolly Pirate nicknames.
Yeah, Jolly Pirate nicknames. Yeah.
The Noodle Monster would be pleased.
Yes, very much so. What was that? What was that? All with their own little Jolly Pirate nicknames.
Oh, you don't know what it is?
No, what was that?
The Crow.
Yes! Yes! Oh, thank you. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I need to watch that again.
With Jolly Pirate nicknames. The Crow is a super classic.
Oh,
I feel like my niece, who's like, I think she's about to turn 14. She went and saw the Batman, and she came back all jazzed up, and I was like, man, that was what seeing The Crow was like when I was 14.
Oh goodness, I didn't see The Crow until I was maybe 11, 12, something like that.
Okay, that's a good time to see it. That's like when you're ready to
when you're
some real power fantasy shit.
Oh,
really light the kids up.
and I loved the comic too. Oh my God, James O'Barr.
Oh, the original comic is so good. I don't know if he continued it. I think there were more Crow comics. I don't know if they were by James O'Barr. He probably did.
I don't know if they so James O'Barr did a couple of books after The Crow, or at least that I saw. So I got to meet him at a Comic-Con.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it was super nice, dude. Oh, dude, really, really quiet, but super nice. God, I was 17 at the time, something like that. It was me, my buddy Ross, my buddy Pete. We went to the Comic-Con, and I might as well say it. We went to Motor City Comic-Con. We're in southeast Michigan, and we James O'Barr's from Detroit, which is why he based all those cities or those street names that he mentioned in the story are very much real streets in Detroit. Just like in True Romance, the character Drexel in True Romance, Drexel is actually a street in Detroit.
Okay.
But James O'Barr, of course, used the reference to Devil's Night. As much as people know what Devil's Night is now, back in the day, not many people knew what Devil's Night was. It was a predominantly Detroit phenomenon that happened the night before Halloween. And James O'Barr decided to use that as his basis for his story, because the Detroit fires during Devil's Night were actually real, and actually it would get heavy duty. It was mostly, and what the sad thing, gross thing is, it was mostly rich landlords trying to get away with insurance fraud on their properties.
I think I have heard. Well, I've certainly heard of such things occurring, but I think I've heard that related to Devil's Night.
That is,
and actually, that's what at least the movie is. That's basically what is happening. That's basically what happens in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're there. The goons are there to destroy the landlord's property.
Well, yeah, they're there to evict them because they made complaints to the Department of Housing. because things were so bad, but because again everything was corrupt, and it's very much like, now that sit here and think about it, it's very much like that. But anyway, happier topic. I'm not gonna
Yeah, let's
it makes me furious. It makes me angry because I lived there for so long and they just screw people all the time. Anyway, so we go to this Comic-Con, and like we were already really big fans of James O'Barr, but we didn't know who was at the con. It was still kind of small at the time. This was like what, 2006 or so, and like they barely even, I don't think they even made a superhero movie in a while.
Oh sure, yeah, around that time, yeah. They were just
like
thinking about starting up Spider-Man again.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, comics weren't really big, and there was barely anybody there. I got to meet Ben Templesmith, which was really fucking cool. Who did like 30 Days of Night and an assortment of other
Oh.
But and just lo and behold, there's this dude with this kind of got a receding hairline, long stringy black hair, and he's just sitting there with his glasses, and he's just doing himself, and there's nobody talking to him. And like, me and my buddy Pete were really big fans of the Crow movie, and we really liked the book too. And like, it was just funny. You got these 17-year-old kids that were just absolutely starstruck by this dude.
Yeah.
This this older cat who like nobody knew who he was. Like even though he had this like little plaque, it's like, yeah, James O'Barr. And we go up and we're trying to like maintain our cool because we were super big fans. And he took pictures with us, and I had enough money at the time. I was working at a job stuffing papers. And I got a book from him, and I got it signed by him, and I was so mad that I didn't bring my copy of the Crow serial with me. And then my buddy Pete goes up to him, and he's got he's got the pamphlet from the from the event, and it's got like Superman on the front. And he goes up to James O'Barr, and he goes, Mr. O'Barr, I'm very sorry, I don't have anything to to buy from you, man. But and I know this isn't your work, but if you could just sign this for me, that would totally make my day. So this badass motherfucker takes the pamphlet, places it in front of himself, and he looks at it hard for a second. And he breaks out a brush pen. He proceeds to draw the Crow over the Superman.
Good. That rules.
Dude, the coolest dude ever. What a nice guy. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience at a Comic-Con. I think I might have upset Billy West once, because I think I smelled like weed, and I know he's like sober and stuff. So I think I might have smelled like weed.
Oh dear.
So, and I'm like, oh, Mr. West, I'm such a big fan. And he's like, yeah,
like
yeah,
weed?
sure. and I'm like, I want to be a voice actor too. And he's like, yeah, follow your dreams, kid. Get out of here.
Who's Billy West?
The guy who does the voice of Ren and Stimpy, the Red M&M, Zap Brannigan, Fry.
Oh, you didn't lead with Fry.
Well, I thought Ren and Stimpy was a big lead.
I guess so.
But Doug, he's done all sorts of shit. Absolutely fantastic. I love Billy West, but I still stand like the most like understanding of like super freakouts was like Rob Paulson. Like, not to get too mushy, but like Animaniacs got me through my folks' divorce, and like meeting Rob Paulson was who did the voice of Yakko and Pinky from Pinky in the Brain. Just like, he had the voice of the '90s basically. He was Raphael in the Ninja Turtles. He
Oh.
was one of my favorite Ninja Turtles. You know, so you know, he was on Goof Troop. He was on all sorts of shit, dude. And like, so like between him and like Maurice LaMarche and Jim Cummings, the guy who did like Darkwing Duck and Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Like, he also did the voice of Pete. You know, the bad guy Pete from the Disney shows.
Yeah, is he a cat?
I don't know what kind
I
of.
don't know what the fuck Pete is.
He's whatever the hell Goofy
the
is.
fuck is Pete? Is he? He's the same thing Goofy is?
Like a dog.
Dog man. Man dog.
He's a Mog.
Yeah.
He's his own best friend, you know? Sort of shit. I don't fucking know what the hell that is. But like, yeah, but he did the voice of Pete too. But yeah, and then I think I told you. I think I talked about when I met James Duval. James Duval was super cool. That was a very interesting meet.
Who's he?
The motorcycle kid from Independence Day. He was Randy Quaid's kid in the Independence Day.
Okay.
The long hair guy. He
sure.
Was, or John the Mod from SLC Punk.
Oh.
The guy in the suit that used to sell the drugs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about what else he's been in.
He wasn't in a movie.
He was in a lot of 90s movies.
He wasn't in a movie. Jesus Christ, what was that fucking... a guy... A severed head lands in the relish and barfs out relish. That's the only thing. And the kid has a yo-yo. Is it called like Suicide Generation? It should be something like that. It's called something Generation. It might not be him.
I think you might be right, but I don't know if that was.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen. It's a stinker. It's really bizarre. Man. Like, it's really someone trying so hard to be edgy, and so much of it is terrible as a result.
You want to know a movie that was kind of in that realm that I really missed, even though it wasn't necessarily meant to be edgy, but like, it was just John Waters being John Waters, but Pecker.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that movie.
Sorry, what movie?
Pecker.
Pecker?
Yes. With,
no, I don't.
Edward Furlong, Christina Ricci.
Oh my God! Oh, okay. Pecker is what it was called.
Oh man. So it's about this kid, this like teenage guy. He's trying to get into art school. He lives in this small town. He lives with his folks and his grandmother. His grandmother is a nun who absolutely lost her shit and has a talking Mary puppet that she speaks to, and the talking Mary puppet who she moves the mouse for talks back and only says Holy Mary Mother of Grace. It's ridiculous. And his bit is he goes around town and he takes pictures of all the weird people that are in his town.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting a lot of money for one of his pieces, and it turned out that it was like a very or for a couple of his pieces, and we're supposed to be put into a show in New York. If I'm remembering the plot correctly, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but
yeah.
But basically, the town turns against him because he like painted them all in a terrible light, sort of a thing, and so he has to try and rectify it, as well as his girlfriend, who got fired from her job for whatever picture that he took of her at her job, and like he basically. His life falls apart, and then he has to try to regain the trust of everybody. It's almost like the Harriet the Spy story, but with a guy who takes pictures of ridiculous things happening
of his entire town without their knowledge, and then publishes everyone's images.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it does sound like a lesson that you should learn to not do. Maybe
it was kind of like a it was just really funny.
I guess how aware did the townsfolk know they were being that these photos were being published?
Yes. Well, everybody knew that he was taking pictures, and that he was printing them, but they didn't know that they were like part of
like a
a
project. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they were complete. As far as they knew, they were completely unaware.
Edward Furlong. What else did he do? Detroit Rock City. What do you think about that?
Yes, that was a fantastic movie.
It is, right? I don't think anyone talks about it.
It's a shame. The big. I think my favorite big joke of the movie was when they're driving down the street after the one blonde disco woman gets kicked out of the car, and the rocker guy is like find her like hitchhiking down the road, and they're like, I don't know, I don't like this. This is how horror movie starts. And he goes, yeah, well, this is also how porn movie starts.
That's right.
Yes. That was a fantastic movie. Like, I'm not necessarily a very big fan of Kiss, but I like the whole concept.
Yeah, the movie, it doesn't. You don't need to be. It really doesn't matter. Which is amazing.
You can enjoy the romp.
Considering that what's his name? Gene.
Oh God, I
don't
even
Gene
remember
Simmons?
the character.
No.
Gene Simmons. Oh goodness.
Gene Simmons produced that movie. It's amazing. It's not all about Kiss.
I'm surprised it's not all about Gene Simmons.
It kind of, right? And it kind of is, but you really don't have to even know what Kiss is to enjoy that movie. Like, it's a good movie. I can't believe Gene Simmons produced a good movie. And it's not about Gene Simmons.
Directed by Gene Simmons, produced by Gene Simmons, starring Gene Simmons.
He absolutely paid for that movie, and surely selected the script and probably did some other things.
Crap, he definitely brought Kiss back into the limelight for that little bit. It was a good investment, and it was a funny movie. Because how many times have you been in that situation where you wanted to go hit up a show and you couldn't make it because it was like out of town, or like you got grounded or some bull crap? Like that was like the epitome of the
all the time. All the time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Me too. It was mostly going to the. Again, I grew up in Detroit, so like it was mostly going to like the seedier parts of Detroit when Detroit was seedy.
Yeah.
Like, funnily enough, Detroit is not like bad at all these days. It's not as it's definitely leveled out in comparison to a lot of major cities. I mean, Chicago's definitely got us beat,
Yeah.
hand over fist. But like back in the day, like a lot of the good show, like the cool shows, you would have to go to like independent warehouses and like art collectives and things like that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Or we had a place called the Trumbullplex, which was an anarcho commune, which was really interesting. Like, very, very interesting, eclectic group of folk.
The Trumbullplex?
Mm-hmm. It was located on Trumbull Avenue, which is also where Old Tiger Stadium used to be. And it's actually right up the street. Short walk.
What did the Tigers play?
Oh, they were a baseball team, and they moved to Comerica
The Detroit Tigers. And if I'm not incorrect, the Detroit has football playing Lions.
We have the football playing Lions, we have the baseball playing Tigers, and we have the hockey playing Red Wings.
Oh, you almost. Why aren't they all cats?
I
was sure you were gonna say the hockey Pumas.
that would be the Florida Panthers.
They play hockey?
Yeah, there's a Florida team called the Panthers.
What's hockey like?
Aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to really explain it. Yeah.
A man licks you. How many points do you lose if you're licked by the man in hockey?
I don't know how many points you lose, but I'll definitely tell you how many teeth.
Oh. Wait, you lose the teeth if you lick or if you get licked?
Probably both.
Yeah, when licking is involved.
Like, jeez Louise. Yeah, fuck Brad Marchand. Yeah, like so. State of hockey. What's been going on? Nothing, man. Like I've been mostly watching the Wings, and the Wings suck. They're in a rebuilding season. They're trying to get better. They haven't done anything interesting in years.
Do you know Final Fantasy IV?
Yes, I mean, I know.
It's it's
Mhm.
Cecil.
Cecil. Okay.
You know,
I
but
think I,
you,
I think I know that character.
I mean, you don't really need to know which one for what I'm about to say. Oh my god! But in the main character of Final Fantasy IV,
Hmm.
he's a member of a team of villains that go around doing the Emperor's duty. They are the Red Wings.
They're the they're the Red Wings.
Yes, they come and bring terrible bloodshed and explosions everywhere they go. And so
That's
so your hockey team, the founder of your hockey team must have been a big fan of Final Fantasy IV, is what I'm saying.
well, actually, the Detroit Red Wings have been around since they are one of the quote unquote original six teams in the NHL. Uh,
That
so like the name's like been around for a long while. Like actually they're what really blew me away because I again because of 76 and all the role playing stuff that I did a lot of reading on Fallout lore, and apparently there is a Detroit based faction of um power armor modders called the Red Wings.
okay.
And
Oh,
what they do, yeah, what they do is they mod out their power armor and then they race each other because kind of going with the Motor City stuff and all that. Excuse me. Wait, did you say something? I think you might have clipped for a minute.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah. Um. What else has been going on in hockey? Not so much in hockey, but there's definitely been something in baseball that's been kind of funny.
Oh, really?
Um,
Is baseball? Is it baseball time yet? Has
it
baseball
is base
begun, or is it
baseball.
preseason? The
I
season
believe
has
the season
begun.
has. I believe the season has officially begun. They already went through spring training.
Okay.
Uh, but what's funny is and it's just so funny because like you don't get this in too many sports where you recognize referees. Like you're not supposed to be recognizing these folks.
Yeah, they're not
Like
supposed to be part of the show, really.
yeah, but what so
When
but
everyone becomes a character.
except for the one guy who when he in the NHL he's a referee, he's a linesman who when he calls penalties he calls them very dramatically.
Okay.
Like he'll be like number 27, number 35, 2 minutes for fighting.
Awesome. Good.
He's
It
funny as
sounds like he
fuck.
enjoys his work.
At least he has fun with it. Like
Yeah.
that's the joy of it. But so this umpire in baseball, his name is Angel Hernandez.
Okay.
He's considered to be historically the worst umpire of all time.
Wow. Okay.
And
Wow.
and he has worked for the MLB,
Famous for being the worst.
famous for
And he's a
being
career man, huh?
he's
Like
a
he's been there for a
career
while.
he's been there for forever, and because of tenure and unions and contracts, and uh, he sucked enough weenies to get to where he's at. I don't know what he did to keep his job, but he continues to be an umpire, and that blows me away because like again, I'm not really much of a. I'm not a very big sports guy. I like games and competition more than I do the sport itself. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure,
I think
sure.
I think that just more or less means I like the sport, but I mean, yeah, I like I don't know, but either way, but Angel Hernandez, he's just the absolute worst umpire of all time. And again, I'm not saying that I could do any better behind the plate, but I haven't been playing for working for the MLB for
Sure. You're not a career man.
And is MLB how long? I gotta look this up because seriously, this dude is like the worst. It's so much so. There was a game between the Phillies and oh god, who's the other team? Either way, this dude was calling the game and he was calling both sides terribly. Like he's calling
just pissing off everyone.
He's pissing off
unilaterally.
Balls should be strikes. Strikes should be balls.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Up is down, left is right.
Yeah.
Basically, he's not getting any of the calls right whatsoever, and not just in opposition of either team or in opposition of the fans. He is just flat out not even looking at the strike zone anymore. He's like, again, I think we discussed this earlier about having teachers that don't. I think we had a discussion about this, but it's like teachers that have their tenure and they just don't give a shit anymore.
Yep, totally, yeah, fully, yeah.
All right, watch the video, sort of thing. This is basically the Angel Hernandez thing is basically making the kids watch the video. He's trying to quicken up the games by calling strikes, just so he can go home. Just so he can go home. That's what they're thinking.
That's
something else.
That is something else. That's hysterical.
That
would...
Oh jeez, where is it?
Pissed.
Oh man. And what's funny is there's a video of a guy who. So this is I think it was on the 8th inning. No, this is a strikeout call in the 9th inning. This ball was outside of the strike zone, and this player for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber, he gets called, strike 3 called. He spikes his bat into the ground. He spikes his helmet into the ground. Ooh. He turns to Angel Hernandez, and oh god, I gotta find the quote from it because it was hilarious.
Oh, is it nasty?
It's so bad. You are so fucking bad, Angel. What's wrong with you? Oh god,
shit.
And this is a quote from him, and this is coming from a quote from the New York Post. Everyone kind of saw what was going on. I'm not here to bury anyone, but that wasn't very good. You wish that, I don't know how to really say it, it just wasn't really good.
Jesus.
Yeah, everybody basically has had it with this guy.
Everybody's just had it. And he just wants to go home.
This isn't even the first time that this has happened. This is consistent.
The first time it's been a whole problem.
Well, the first time that it's been a real big issue because this was a Sunday night game. This is a big, Sunday night, it's football night basically, but they basically, because of baseball season, they make Sunday night the baseball night for some reason.
Sure.
But it's Sunday night baseball on ESPN, and you got Angel Hernandez umpiring, and lo and behold, he blows the entire game for these people. They didn't score a run until the 6th inning because people were there was 36 called strikeouts. So if you do them, like, what was the math for that? That's 54 strike. There was 36 strikeouts total. So
that sounds like a lot.
You got to consider that's like, even if you split it up evenly, that's 18 strikeouts per team in a game where like yeah, you're not supposed to be going through people that quickly. At least on a professional level.
Yeah,
you should be
probably not. It seems like something's not going according to plan.
But it's just funny because, again, like, this dude is just, historically is just terrible at his job, and actually he sued, and funnily enough, and again, just to preface, discrimination is awful. Discrimination is, absolute, the absolute evil of this world. But what I will say about this situation is that Angel Hernandez tried to file suit against the MLB for discrimination, saying that he was discriminated against for not being called to umpire a World Series or to ground crew a World Series. And the MLB basically had to go to court to flat out tell the court that it's not about Angel Hernandez's race, it's about how Angel Hernandez is the worst.
His professional behavior.
His professional behavior is shit. And nobody wants to deal with him.
He sued the people he works for. That can't make you popular around the office.
Absolutely not. As much as the guy who had the anxiety attack about his birthday party, I don't know if you heard about that.
Not about baseball.
Oh, this wasn't about baseball. This was some dude. Oh, I shouldn't say dude. Some person, I should say, had like anxiety issues, and asked the company to throw them a birthday party for their birthday, and I guess the company obliged through the party, and the coworker didn't show up to it.
Oh my God.
And when confronted about why they didn't show up to it, they said that they were having a panic attack and thusly sued because they threw they threw them a birthday party.
They sued because of receiving a birthday party that caused anxiety?
Yeah.
Sounds like some 2022 shit to me.
It's definitely fascinating.
I mean, obviously I don't know the ins and outs of the case.
And neither do I. Like, I don't, I'm not a lawyer. And,
but it sounds pretty goofy.
Let alone, I wasn't there to necessarily, like,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
A lot of again, like, a lot of, and that's the other thing, is that, like, a lot, and again, like, and it's not to disparage mental illness. Again, like, if that was the situation flat out, then yeah, that person's, kind of shitty for doing that. But if it was just, if that person, has mental health issues, and this company is just basically making up shit to.
Yeah, that could be a totally different situation. Yeah.
Yeah, they're turning it against the person with mental health, and it's just very easy to disparage the person with mental health. That's also an alternative to that story. So again, like, it's not,
who knows?
It's not to disparage those with mental health issues, but but also at the same time, that doesn't excuse you from not going to your birthday party.
Court. I can't imagine someone. I mean, I guess if it's a big, I guess I can. No, I can imagine someone to do something. But
you're busting a little bit, dude.
I'm saying incendiary thing.
I'm saying very incendiary, angry things.
I I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of very real reasons to take someone to court, lots of the time. But
Absolutely.
that's one of my things that I feel like a lot of the time, it's probably kind of goofy.
Hmm. Yeah,
Litigation in general,
litigation. Yeah,
all
like
just people,
oh, people.
people
You know,
arguing, people with.
just this. No, like I don't know. Why can't we all just can we all just sit down, smoke a bowl, and just figure this out?
It's insane that we not.
Although, God, what was it? The Onion movie, where
There's an Onion movie.
I think there's an Onion. I think it was the Onion movie. If not, it was like a because it wasn't the Kentucky Fried movie. I know that much. Um, but it was some sort of really goofy movie.
Was it? Oh well. Anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh shit. Shit. Very goofy movie. What was I talking about? Fuck. Because now I started thinking about the actual movie, a very goofy
God damn
movie.
it! Oh, I don't
I
have
guess
any idea what we were saying.
I have no idea
I
what
was
we were
talking about
doing.
people suing for no reason.
Oh, there was a bit in the Onion movie. That's what it was. There was a bit in it. It was this stoner guy who was just like he was kind of like the philosopher amongst his stoner friends. Is this sort of like be excellent to each other sort of thing, and um, eventually the CIA and no, it was like the Secretary of Defense comes to this stoner guy and goes, "We need your help to deal with a very serious issue," and he to uh, um, a sort of negotiation meeting between Israel and Palestine, and he goes, "You seem to be very well versed in negotiating, so go right ahead." And then here comes the hippie guy, and he's like, "Hey guys, let's just smoke, rip a bowl and just hang out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our feelings, man." So he hands them stuff, some weed, and they're hanging out and stuff, and all of a sudden, there's world peace for like an entire day, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, but this is only for one day. And then the funny thing is that the Palestinian guy goes, oh, hey, can you pass me that lighter? I'm gonna rip this, this Palestinian, herb, and the Israeli guy's like, yeah, the Palestinian herb's all right, but the Israeli herb's obviously better. And then they get into an argument about who's got the better herb, and then all of a sudden war breaks out again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It just fucking figures, man. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna probably join you in your regular chat, so that way we can cut this off. And then is there anything else that you wanted to add about the flying spaghetti monster? Because we just went on this huge long tangent that we forgot about.
I feel like that was a good. I feel like that's what. I feel like that was appropriate for today.
I think that was
What
more
we
than enough.
talked about. I think that the spaghetti monster and also all of the bullshit we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It
Indeed,
seems to
and
be that kind of day. A day to just
indeed,
kind of talk about some shit.
and then but yeah, Kuya next week if you wanna I'll do some research on that movie. I'll even give it a watch too. Or what we can even do is
Ooh.
we'll do a watch party.
Yeah.
Watch party, and then we'll have a discussion. I think it would be really fun.
I think that'll be great. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, great. Let's do it. Yeah.
So, all right, the stay weird watch party next week will make it happen. So all right, cool. But yeah, and as always, like anything else you want to plug while we're here, I know you got a couple of projects that you're going to be starting to work on in the next few weeks. I know Anime Club is coming back.
Yeah. Maybe we'll watch some Higurashi tomorrow.
Oh, we're all gonna watch some Higurashi. That sounds like a blast.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess it's
Uh,
oh no 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 tomorrow I gotta do I'm doing research for a video that I'm making with some other people about the 90s, which we've talked a lot about today. I mean, a
oh,
little
awesome.
bit anyway. But the research involves watching the Florpus and the other one,
Oh,
Invader Zim.
oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say Florpus was a recent release. Is
Yeah, so we're gonna watch the two recent Nicktoons movies,
oh the revamps. I
and
see.
I might like find some things on YouTube to get people's thoughts on actual 90s cartoons. But because I'm going to be talking about the 90s, but I also, for some reason, I wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see where those two shows ended up, kind of. But Invader Zim wasn't even really the 90s, so.
I was gonna say that was 2000s, but
I'm kind of just looking at Nicktoons, really.
okay. I was gonna say like if you really want to talk about 90s cartoons, do you remember the show Duckman?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think I'm more talking about children's material, but Duckman
Yes.
with George
Yes.
Costanza. I
God,
remember a joke.
what was it?
He's driving in the car with all of his children, and one of them says, "I'm thirsty," and one of them says, "I have to pee," and George Costanza says, "Well, that works out perfectly, doesn't it?" That's what I remember from Duckman. Was weird looking. He had a weird pig friend. Hampton?
It was I think it was Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah, because Hampton is on Tiny Toons, right?
Yeah. There was Hampton J Pig.
Hampton J Pig. Okay, so but there was a little pig sidekick. Duckman was. You know what? I would love to find. I would love to take a look at Duckman.
It's on YouTube. Dude.
I'm gonna look at Duckman. Holy shit!
Oh, dude, how about this? When we cut the stream, you want to watch some Duckman?
Yeah. Okay.
Deal.
Yeah, I'll come back to the PC. Yeah.
Killer, bud. All right, I'll cut this off. Again, DK, thanks for hanging. You know, stay weird.
Yo, you too. Thank you. And well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to talk to you like right now, but I look forward to talking to you next week. And anyone that's been hanging out listening on either stream, thank you so much.
Yes,
we're going to keep doing this until people start listening. So fuck you.
Yeah, or until somebody comes and hangs out with us and watches Duckman.
Yeah, which is going to happen right away. I'll let people know.
Oh yes. All right. Take care, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.
All right. All right. That was fun, man. Yeah. Let me put this shit down. I'll hop back into the Discord.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm actually gonna go. I'll pee and go sit down at the PC, and then I'll reappear.